Ever felt like your days are a blur? A constant battle against the fog of fatigue? That creeping weariness that no amount of coffee seems to conquer? The feeling of being perpetually a step behind, even when you've clocked in your recommended hours of sleep? This isn't just about the quality of your mattress or the number of hours you technically spend in bed. It's about the silent conductor of your internal clock, a tiny but mighty molecule known as melatonin. We often relegate melatonin to the realm of sleep aids, a simple solution for sleepless nights, but this perspective is like seeing only the tip of a very large iceberg. The reality is far more profound. Melatonin is a master regulator, a biochemical messenger that orchestrates not only your deepest slumber but also fuels your waking hours, impacting a surprising array of bodily functions. Imagine a hidden maestro, unseen but undeniably present, guiding the complex symphony of your physiology. That maestro is melatonin, and its influence extends far beyond the bedroom. This script embarks on a journey into the fascinating, often misunderstood, world of this remarkable hormone. We'll peel back the layers of its intricate workings, revealing how it dictates the ebb and flow of your circadian rhythms, those roughly 24-hour cycles that govern everything from when you feel sleepy and alert to your body temperature, hormone release, and even your metabolic processes. Prepare to witness the dramatic interplay of light and darkness, the fundamental environmental cues that melatonin so exquisitely translates into actionable signals for your body. You'll discover how this unseen influence shapes your mood, your energy levels, your cognitive function, and even your long-term health. But what happens when this delicate biological symphony falls out of tune? We'll delve into the surprising triggers that disrupt melatonin's natural balance, from the ubiquitous glow of our digital screens to the subtle shifts in our modern lifestyles. Understanding these disruptions is the first step towards reclaiming your vitality. This isn't about quick fixes or superficial remedies. It's about understanding the fundamental biological mechanisms that govern your well-being. Our exploration will uncover powerful, natural strategies to restore and optimize melatonin production, transforming those groggy, unproductive mornings into energized, focused beginnings. Prepare to unlock the secrets of your own biological rhythm, to understand why you feel the way you do at different times of the day, and to awaken to a life of sustained vitality and well-being. This is an invitation to look beyond the surface of fatigue and delve into the sophisticated, elegant science that governs our very existence, revealing how a deeper understanding of melatonin can profoundly impact every facet of your daily life. The story of melatonin truly begins with the fundamental duality of our planet, light and darkness. For eons, life on Earth evolved under a predictable cycle of solar illumination and nocturnal obscurity. It was within this ancient rhythm that melatonin's primary role as a chronobiotic, a time giver, emerged. Picture the pineal gland, a small, pea-sized endocrine gland nestled deep within the brain, as a biological sundial. When photons of light strike specialized photoreceptor cells in the retina, even faint ambient light signals are sent along the retinohypothalamic tract to the suprachiasmatic nucleus, SCN, in the hypothalamus. This SCN acts as the master clock, and it, in turn, signals the pineal gland to suppress melatonin production. Conversely, as daylight wanes and darkness descends, the SCN ceases its inhibitory signals, allowing the pineal gland to ramp up melatonin synthesis. This nightly surge of melatonin is the biochemical whisper that tells your body it's time to wind down, to prepare for rest and cellular repair. It's not a direct sedative in the way some medications are. Rather, it facilitates the transition into sleep by reducing alertness and promoting a state of physiological readiness for slumber. Think of it as dimming the lights in a theater, signaling that the performance is about to begin. The duration and intensity of this nocturnal rise are critical. A robust, timely melatonin signal promotes better sleep architecture, characterized by efficient cycling through different sleep stages, including deep, restorative sleep and REM sleep. This intricate dance of light and darkness, mediated by melatonin, underpins our circadian rhythms, influencing a vast array of physiological processes beyond just sleep. For instance, core body temperature naturally drops a couple of hours before bedtime, a phenomenon closely linked to melatonin release, further signaling the body to prepare for rest. Similarly, the secretion of various hormones, such as cortisol, often associated with wakefulness, and growth hormone, crucial for repair and regeneration, is also modulated by this internal timing system, with melatonin playing a pivotal role in their synchronized release. The evolutionary advantage of such a system is clear. By aligning bodily functions with the predictable environmental cycle, organisms could optimize energy expenditure, enhance foraging or activity during periods of ample light, and conserve energy and repair during periods of darkness and reduced vulnerability. This ancient mechanism, honed over millions of years, remains deeply embedded in our biology, even as our modern environment increasingly challenges its natural cues. Understanding this fundamental light-dark signaling pathway is the first step in appreciating melatonin's profound impact on our daily lives, setting the stage for exploring how this delicate balance can be so easily disrupted. Delving deeper into melatonin's role, we uncover its surprising influence on metabolic regulation, extending far beyond its circadian signaling. While traditionally recognized for sleep, current research increasingly highlights melatonin as a potent antioxidant and anti-inflammatory agent, actively participating in cellular energy management and immune system modulation. Consider its direct impact on mitochondria, the powerhouses of our cells. Melatonin readily crosses cellular membranes and enters mitochondria, where it scavenges free radicals generated during oxidative phosphorylation, the very process that produces ATP, our cellular energy currency. This protective action is crucial. Uncontrolled oxidative stress can damage mitochondrial DNA, impair energy production, and contribute to cellular aging and dysfunction. Melatonin, by neutralizing these reactive oxygen species, helps maintain mitochondrial integrity and efficiency, thereby supporting sustained energy levels throughout the day. Furthermore, melatonin influences the expression of genes involved in energy metabolism, including those regulating glucose uptake and insulin sensitivity. Studies suggest that adequate melatonin levels may contribute to better glycemic control, potentially playing a role in preventing or managing metabolic disorders like type 2 diabetes. Now, consider how this applies when you face a demanding workday or a challenging workout. Optimal melatonin function means your cells are better equipped to efficiently convert fuel into usable energy and protect themselves from the metabolic byproducts of this intensive process. Beyond energy production, melatonin also acts as a modulator of the immune system. It can influence the activity of various immune cells, such as lymphocytes and natural killer cells, and plays a role in regulating the production of cytokines, the signaling molecules that orchestrate immune responses. This immunomodulatory capacity is closely linked to its anti-inflammatory properties. Melatonin can dampen excessive inflammatory responses, which, if left unchecked, can contribute to chronic diseases and impair overall health. This dual action, supporting energy metabolism and regulating immune function, underscores melatonin's systemic importance. It's not merely a sleep hormone. It's a vital component of our body's intricate machinery, contributing to cellular resilience and metabolic health. Consequently, disruptions to melatonin production, often stemming from factors we'll explore later, can have cascading effects, impacting not just sleep quality but also our ability to generate energy efficiently and maintain a robust, balanced immune system. This deeper understanding reveals melatonin as a critical player in maintaining metabolic homeostasis, a testament to its multifaceted biological significance. Beyond its direct metabolic and immune influences, melatonin plays a surprisingly significant role in cognitive function and mood regulation, aspects often overlooked in discussions solely focused on sleep. The intricate interplay between melatonin and neurotransmitter systems, particularly serotonin and dopamine, is crucial for maintaining mental clarity and emotional equilibrium. Serotonin, often dubbed the feel-good neurotransmitter, is a precursor to melatonin. Indeed, the same pathway that synthesizes serotonin from tryptophan also leads to melatonin. This biochemical kinship means that disruptions in serotonin levels can indirectly affect melatonin production and vice versa, creating a feedback loop that impacts mood. For instance, individuals experiencing seasonal affective disorder, SAD, a type of depression linked to reduced daylight exposure, often exhibit altered melatonin profiles alongside serotonin imbalances. The reduced light in winter can suppress daytime serotonin and lead to an exaggerated nocturnal melatonin surge, contributing to the lethargy and low mood characteristic of SAD. Furthermore, melatonin receptors are not confined to the brain regions regulating sleep. They are also found in areas associated with mood and cognition, such as the hippocampus and prefrontal cortex. This widespread distribution suggests melatonin's direct involvement in modulating neural activity and influencing emotional states. Consider the experience of jet lag. Beyond the overt sleep disturbances, many people report feelings of irritability, difficulty concentrating, and a general sense of mental fog. These cognitive and mood symptoms are direct consequences of circadian misalignment, where the body's internal clock, including melatonin signaling, is out of sync with the external time zone. Restoring a regular melatonin rhythm is therefore essential not only for sleep but also for reestablishing cognitive sharpness and emotional stability. Moreover, melatonin's potent antioxidant properties extend to protecting brain cells from oxidative stress, a factor implicated in neurodegenerative diseases and age-related cognitive decline. By scavenging free radicals within the brain, melatonin helps preserve neuronal integrity and function, potentially safeguarding against impairments in learning, memory, and executive functions. This protective mechanism is particularly vital during periods of heightened cognitive demand or stress, when the brain's metabolic activity and subsequent free radical production increase. Therefore, understanding melatonin's multifaceted role in the brain reveals it as a critical modulator of both our internal sleep-wake cycles and our conscious experience of wakefulness, influencing how we think, feel, and interact with the world around us. Building on the cognitive and mood implications, another crucial layer to melatonin's impact lies in its influence on cellular repair and regeneration, processes that are particularly active during the restorative phases of sleep. While we sleep, our bodies aren't merely resting. They are engaged in a dynamic process of cellular maintenance, tissue repair, and waste removal, all of which are subtly orchestrated by the circadian timing system, with melatonin acting as a key facilitator. One significant aspect is its role in promoting autophagy, a cellular cleanup process where damaged organelles and misfolded proteins are degraded and recycled. This is particularly important for neurons, which are highly metabolically active and prone to accumulating cellular debris. Melatonin's ability to enhance autophagy helps clear these potentially toxic components, maintaining neuronal health and contributing to long-term cognitive resilience. Think of it like a diligent night crew meticulously cleaning and repairing a factory overnight, ensuring it's ready for optimal production the next day. Without this efficient cleanup, the accumulation of waste products can impair function and even lead to cell death. Furthermore, melatonin is implicated in the regulation of gene expression related to cellular repair and growth. It can influence the activity of circadian clock genes within peripheral tissues, ensuring that repair processes are coordinated with the overall sleep-wake cycle. This temporal coordination is vital for processes like muscle repair after exercise, wound healing, and the regeneration of tissues. For instance, studies have shown that wound healing occurs more efficiently during the night, coinciding with peak melatonin levels, suggesting a direct link between the hormone and the body's restorative capabilities. Melatonin also plays a role in regulating the release of growth hormone, a key hormone for tissue repair and growth, which is predominantly secreted during deep sleep. By facilitating the transition into deeper sleep stages, melatonin indirectly supports the optimal release of growth hormone, thereby enhancing the body's ability to repair itself. Consequently, when melatonin signaling is disrupted, these crucial cellular repair and regenerative processes can become less efficient. This can manifest not just as feeling less rested, but as a slower recovery from physical exertion, impaired wound healing, and potentially a faster accumulation of cellular damage over time, contributing to premature aging and increased susceptibility to disease. This deeper understanding of melatonin's role in cellular maintenance underscores its fundamental importance for long-term health and vitality, extending its influence from our sleep cycles to the very fabric of our cellular well-being. The pervasive reach of melatonin's influence inevitably leads to discussions about the modern environmental factors that disrupt its natural rhythm, transforming its beneficial signaling into a source of dysregulation. Chief among these disruptors is artificial light, particularly blue-spectrum light emitted from electronic devices like smartphones, tablets, and computer screens. Our retinas are highly sensitive to blue light, and exposure to it during the evening hours tricks the brain into believing it is still daytime, thereby suppressing melatonin production. This suppression is not merely about delaying sleep onset. It can significantly shorten the duration and reduce the amplitude of the nocturnal melatonin surge, impairing the quality and restorative capacity of sleep. Imagine standing under a bright floodlight at dusk. Your body receives a powerful signal that it's not yet time to wind down. This is precisely what happens when we engage with screens in the hours before bed. Furthermore, the very nature of our modern lifestyles often contributes to circadian disruption. Irregular sleep schedules, shift work, frequent travel across time zones, jet lag, and even the timing of our meals can all interfere with the delicate synchronization of our internal biological clocks. For example, eating a heavy meal late at night, close to bedtime, can also impact melatonin secretion and disrupt sleep. The body's metabolic machinery is programmed to expect a period of fasting during sleep, and a late-night meal can send mixed signals. Shift workers, in particular, face a chronic battle against their innate circadian rhythms, often working during the biological night and sleeping during the biological day, leading to a constant state of misalignment. This misalignment is associated with a higher risk of various health problems, including metabolic disorders, cardiovascular disease, and certain types of cancer. The constant availability of artificial light means that even when we are not actively using screens, ambient light in our homes can still exert a suppressive effect on melatonin, especially if it's bright or has a bluish hue. Consider the subtle but significant impact of having a television on in the bedroom or leaving hallway lights on overnight. These can be enough to interfere with the complete suppression of melatonin signaling during waking hours and the robust rise needed for sleep. These environmental challenges highlight that while melatonin is a natural hormone, its effective functioning in the contemporary world requires conscious effort to manage our exposure to light and maintain regularity in our daily routines. Recognizing these disruptors is the crucial first step in understanding why many of us experience persistent fatigue and sleep disturbances, and it paves the way for exploring strategies to mitigate their impact and restore our natural rhythms. Understanding these disruptors naturally leads to an exploration of common misconceptions surrounding melatonin and the challenges in effectively managing its levels. One prevalent myth is that melatonin is a powerful sedative, akin to a sleeping pill, that will forcefully induce sleep regardless of other factors. In reality, melatonin acts more as a signal to the body that it is time to prepare for sleep, facilitating the natural transition rather than overwhelming the system. Its effect is subtle, promoting feelings of drowsiness and a reduction in alertness, but it doesn't guarantee immediate unconsciousness. This distinction is important because relying on it as a potent sedative can lead to disappointment or inappropriate dosing. Another misconception is that taking more melatonin will always lead to better sleep. However, the body's response to melatonin is not linear. Exceeding the optimal physiological dose can actually lead to adverse effects, such as daytime grogginess, vivid dreams, or even a paradoxical arousal. The body's sensitivity to melatonin can also vary significantly between individuals and even within the same individual at different times, making a one-size-fits-all approach ineffective. A significant challenge in managing melatonin levels lies in the difficulty of consistently replicating natural light-dark cycles in our modern, screen-saturated lives. Even with the best intentions, the omnipresent blue light from devices and the pervasive nature of artificial illumination make it hard to create the ideal dark environment for optimal nocturnal melatonin production. Furthermore, the quality and timing of melatonin supplements can be inconsistent, with varying dosages, purity, and absorption rates, making it difficult to predict their effects reliably. Some individuals may also have underlying conditions or be taking medications that interfere with melatonin production or its action, complicating efforts to restore natural rhythms. For example, certain beta-blocker medications used for blood pressure can inhibit melatonin synthesis. The perceived effectiveness of supplements can also be influenced by the placebo effect, making it challenging to discern the direct impact of melatonin itself. Addressing these challenges requires a nuanced approach that goes beyond simply taking a supplement. It involves a holistic understanding of circadian biology, recognizing that consistent sleep hygiene, mindful management of light exposure, and regular daily routines are foundational to supporting the body's natural melatonin production. Education about the subtle but crucial role of melatonin, dispelling myths, and emphasizing a personalized, lifestyle-centered approach are key to navigating the complexities of circadian health effectively and achieving sustained well-being. The interplay of these factors, the natural signaling of melatonin, its broader metabolic and cognitive roles, and the modern environmental challenges, culminates in a profound realization about our own biological autonomy. We are, in essence, living organisms intrinsically tied to the rhythms of the planet, and our internal clocks, orchestrated by hormones like melatonin, are fundamental to our health and vitality. The capacity to feel energized, focused, and resilient is not merely a matter of willpower or external stimulants. It is deeply rooted in the synchronized functioning of our internal biological systems. When our melatonin signaling is robust and aligned with the natural day-night cycle, our sleep is more restorative, our metabolism functions more efficiently, our cognitive processes are sharper, and our mood is more stable. Conversely, when this delicate balance is disrupted by factors like excessive artificial light exposure, irregular schedules, or poor sleep hygiene, the consequences can ripple through our entire physiology, leading to the pervasive fatigue, reduced mental clarity, and mood disturbances that so many of us experience. The key takeaway is that reclaiming our vitality is not about fighting our biology, but about working in harmony with it. This involves making conscious choices in our daily lives to support our natural circadian rhythms. It means being mindful of our light exposure, particularly in the hours leading up to bedtime, perhaps by dimming lights, using blue light filtering glasses, or establishing a screen-free wind-down routine. It also involves prioritizing consistency in our sleep and wake times, even on weekends, to reinforce the body's natural clock. Furthermore, incorporating practices that naturally support melatonin production, such as spending time outdoors during daylight hours and engaging in regular physical activity, can have a significant positive impact. Ultimately, understanding melatonin and the principles of circadian biology empowers us to take a more proactive role in our own well-being. It shifts the focus from merely treating symptoms of fatigue to addressing the root causes by optimizing our internal biological environment. By respecting and supporting our innate rhythms, we can transform those groggy mornings into energized beginnings and unlock a sustained sense of vitality that permeates every aspect of our lives. It's an invitation to reconnect with our fundamental biological nature, recognizing that by aligning ourselves with the ancient rhythms of light and darkness, we can awaken to a life of greater health, clarity, and enduring well-being. Reflecting on this journey so far, we've traversed the intricate landscape of our internal biological governance, a realm governed by subtle yet profound molecular signals. It's become apparent that what we often perceive as simple fatigue or a lack of alertness is, in fact, a complex symphony, intricately conducted by an unseen maestro. The narrative has unfolded, revealing how the fundamental dance between light and darkness serves as the initial cue, setting in motion a cascade of physiological events that extend far beyond the mere act of slumber. We've glimpsed how this ancient evolutionary mechanism, deeply embedded within our very cellular machinery, dictates not only our rest and wake cycles but also influences the nuanced operations of our metabolism and the delicate balance of our immune responses. Consider the cumulative effect of these interconnected systems. A well-tuned biological clock acts like a finely calibrated engine, efficiently converting resources, repairing wear and tear, and maintaining peak operational capacity. Conversely, even minor dissonances within this system can lead to widespread inefficiencies, impacting everything from our energy reserves to our cognitive acuity. As we pivot towards the final reflection, it's crucial to appreciate how these diverse threads of information converge, painting a more holistic picture of our well-being. The insights gained illuminate the pervasive influence of our environment and lifestyle choices on these internal processes, highlighting how easily the natural order can be disrupted. This understanding suggests that true vitality is not an external acquisition but an internal state, achievable through a conscious attunement with our inherent biological blueprints. The implications are far-reaching, pointing towards a more integrated approach to health that acknowledges the profound interconnectedness of our physical and environmental realities. As we move towards the concluding thoughts, the focus sharpens on the actionable understanding that emerges from this exploration, emphasizing the power of informed choices in navigating the complexities of our modern existence. The journey through the intricate world of melatonin, From its ancient origins as a light-sensitive signal to its modern-day role as a multifaceted regulator of our well-being, culminates in a profound understanding of our own biological interconnectedness. We've seen how this humble hormone, secreted by the pineal gland, acts as the master conductor of our internal symphony, orchestrating not just the restorative cadence of sleep, but also influencing the efficiency of our metabolism, the clarity of our cognitive functions, and the resilience of our immune systems. The pervasive glow of our digital age, the relentless pace of modern life, and the subtle shifts in our daily routines have, however, increasingly challenged this delicate biological orchestration. This dissonance, often manifesting as pervasive fatigue and a general sense of being out of sync, is not an inevitable consequence of contemporary living, but rather a signal, a biological plea for us to realign with our innate rhythms. The true essence of this exploration lies not in the mere cataloging of facts, but in the synthesis of a deeper truth. Our well-being is inextricably linked to our capacity to honor the fundamental biological patterns that have shaped life for millennia. Reclaiming this harmony is not about seeking external quick fixes, but about cultivating an internal awareness and making conscious, informed choices. It's about recognizing that the power to transform groggy mornings into energized beginnings lies within our ability to consciously manage our exposure to light, to prioritize regularity in our sleep-wake cycles, and to foster an environment that supports, rather than suppresses, our natural biological processes. This is an ongoing practice, a continuous dialogue with our own bodies, where small, consistent adjustments can yield significant, transformative results. The true practice begins now, in the quiet moments of reflection after the final word, in the deliberate choices we make as the day unfolds and the evening descends. It is in this conscious engagement with our own circadian nature that we unlock not just better sleep, but a more vibrant, resilient, and fulfilling life, a life lived in true concert with the fundamental rhythms of existence.